Chapter 7. On the Trail of the Money. Friday twirled his imaginary detective's moustache wearily. "I admit it," he said as he and Polly sat eating lunch in the Chapter 7 cafe. "This case is too tough even for me." They had been searching all morning, but they hadn't found any robbers, not even one.
"Oh, Friday,"
said Polly, looking despondently at her jacket potato. It wasn't the jacket potato's fault. She just felt despondent anyway. "Oh, Polly," said Friday, looking despondently at his jacket potato because he wished he'd ordered the pasta instead. And together they sat there looking despondently at jacket potatoes. But suddenly Polly sat bolt upright.
"Hey,"
she exclaimed,
"what's that a fluttering outside the window?"
"It's just a £20 note," said Friday despondently. "I wish I'd ordered the pasta."
"But don't you get it?"
explained Polly.
"It must be the trail of the robbers at last."
"Hot wigwams, you're right," shouted Friday. "To the Allencopter. To the motorbike." And leaving their lunches untouched, they ran outside. On the next table, Jonathan Ripples and Martin Launderette watched them go. "I wonder what all that's about," said Jonathan Ripples. "Never mind that," said Martin eagerly. "Try your pea soup." Said Jonathan R., swallowing down a spoonful. "Someone's put torn-up pieces of newspaper in it." "Who'd do a thing like that?" said Martin Launderette innocently, taking out his red notebook. "Another victory," he wrote. "The pea soup joke was hilarious." Friday's motorbike was parked outside on the high street. "Hop on, Polly," he shouted, starting the bike up with a roar.
"Don't roar like that," said
Polly.
"It scares me."
"Sorry," said Friday, and stopped roaring. He revved the engine, and off they zoomed. Before too long they came across another banknote blowing on the wind. Soon after that they saw one stuck in a hedge, and soon after that they saw one stuck in a pop star's haircut.
"We's on the right track,"
cried Polly. On they went, and all the while they saw money. Money, 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 flapping on the wind or stuck in bushes, or being eaten by magpies and tramps. Soon they had left the town far behind, and Polly began to get a little worried. They were riding through strange fields and twisted-up trees and scarecrows with no heads. Sinister sounds like yim, koobers, and beef rang out from the undergrowth, and who knew what creatures lurked therein. Storm clouds were gathering, and the day had grown dark and threatening.
"Where is we, Frids?"
Polly whispered. "I'm not sure, little miss," replied Friday. "But have faith. The universe is a mysterious place, and everything happens for a reason, except for stinging nettles. They're just a nuisance. But not to worry, there's none round here." Now Friday had barely said these knowledgeable words when the motorbike broke down in the middle of a great big patch of stinging nettles. Huge ones they were, towering higher than Polly's head and full of bad pains for anyone who tried to mess with them. "Brummagans!" exclaimed Friday. "We'll have to walk from here."
"Look at all them nettlers,"
trembled Polly.
"Just a-waiting to sting us to bits, though we'd done nothing to them."
"Fear not, little miss," said Friday, heaving her onto his shoulders. "Though I am old, my legs are as strong as... Ooh, wow!"
"You brave, brave man,"
said Polly from her position of safety above the treacherous plants. It was a bit unlucky that Friday had chosen to wear shorts that day, and no shoes or socks. But there you go. That's life. "Ouch! Ooh! Blimey! Flan! Eek! Moo! Fertile!" grimaced Friday as he picked his way through the nettles. They seemed to go on forever, but he kept at it because he was a force for good, and his heart was true, and his feet were bare. At last they reached the edge of the field, and there Friday collapsed like a broken gypsy in the scrubby grass. "Go on without me," he gasped, his legs covered in painful white blisters. "I'll be all right."
"I won't leave you, Friday,"
said Polly, cradling his head in her arms.
"I'll stay with you forever."
Just then they heard a voice coming from somewhere below. "Oi, Caterpillar Joe, I can't wait to escape to France with all that money what we stole," someone cackled. "It's the robbers," whispered Friday urgently. "Now go, Polly, go and save the day with your Polliness."